Hello and welcome back to Zeroville and our Zero to Hero Norland challenge. Now in the last episode, Dewar came of age and he is currently immobile, I guess because he is just purely exhausted. And of course he is our priest's bastard, so that has been a pretty interesting development of course. And as well in the last episode we took care of some bandits, we spent a little bit of our money to accrue a little bit more knowledge here, which we are currently working on. Now, if we can get recruits going, I actually think that this is going to be maybe even a bigger turnaround for us than the Mace Stun has been as far as just for our army. If we can get this, then we can pretty much make all of our recruits, and we're actually just going to increase this now, just so I don't forget. But basically, we'll be able to improve our recruits as soon as we hire them. We can start training them up, and they should train up very, very quickly at the training ground here by doing that. And then we won't have to spend we can actually probably get rid of some of these guys. And we will have basically no taxes whatsoever, and we'll have a very, very strong army. So that's probably going to make a huge difference for us. And otherwise, we are just needing to wait for the workday to begin. Of course, we do still have a pretty good amount of gold as well here. Now, I was just waiting for one of our warriors who needed to actually use a medical salve due to an inflamed wound there. And we're going to go ahead and create another army. And look at that, we actually have a spare heavy armor. We are going to fully equip just with spears and the like. We're going to go ahead and use this bow that we got. And the reason that I'm doing this is we're going to start attacking these bandit camps that are in our neighbor's territory. Now it looks like, I don't know which one of these is going to be the fastest to get to. This one's probably the slowest, honestly. But honestly, this will help us a little bit here with Grudges. Maybe they won't try to attack us so much, hopefully. That's kind of sort of the goal. But as you can see, Ugrad is currently quite weak. Let's see. If Senricor disappeared, they would be happy. I think that's the husband? Yes. Okay, that might... I don't know if that's going to make any real difference for us. But basically, if we can get out of this alliance, then we could potentially actually try to bring them into our alliance. And Vasna might be a little bit of an issue to this. But I do think that assuming Gorno doesn't actually join Kenna, and speaking of that, we should probably go ahead and send them their 100 gold. And we'll just do that with a messenger. So if we can get Gorno and we can get Ugrad and even potentially Kriege at some point down the line, that'll be a pretty good starter alliance for us to be at the head of. Now, one thing that is quite nice is both Sadibor and Dor seem to actually be doing their inspections all on their own. Hopefully that continues. Let's actually take a look. Looks like most things are running quite smoothly. Sadibor's actually got all the stuff that is broken down at the moment. But that is okay. Now it looks like Ugrad is actually going to have marauders attacking them. We could send them units. But actually, oh, they're actually buying medical salves. If only we had the alchemy lab right now. That would be quite useful. For right now, I think we're just going to ignore this. They won't like us, but that's okay. If they get completely wiped out, or mostly wiped out, then we will have absolutely no trouble taking or getting out of this alliance and hopefully creating our own. Now, on another note, we have finished building every single one of our peasant houses. I am thinking about getting rid of the rest of these dormitories and just replacing them with peasant houses now, because we do have, currently we only have enough for another 4, but we have plenty of iron here. As you can see, we've got another 170 about that we can actually mine. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of that, and we will start making more peasant houses. We may go ahead and get oh yeah, that's the one problem, is that we do need to move these rutabaga fields down as well. I don't know, let's take a look really quick. Can we move this down? We can only move it down one slot. I don't think that's enough, is it? no, it needs to move down too. So this one would have to disappear entirely. Or we might be able to just move them down a little bit like that. Okay, so we're going to have to figure that out. For now, I guess we get rid of it. And we'll just go ahead and place them here. This one does need to move down 2 slots. We're just going to probably, actually, while we're doing all of this, we might as well. We have plenty of wood. This is probably actually the best time to be doing this. So we'll go ahead. Do that, and then go to these rutabaga fields, and we want to make sure that they are placed down enough. And we'll just place all the way across, just like this. And it looks like we did get the right amount still. So that is actually just fine. Now, we're going to go ahead and just go with this. This is a lot of stuff that already has to be built. So I don't want to overwhelm our builders too much. Now, one little oversight here as well is that Dwar actually is homeless right now. That explains his poor mood. I guess we could move the scaffolding. Will we be able to move it right here? No, not enough space. Not too sure where the best place will be for the scaffolding at this point. I guess just really anywhere, maybe over here. Just over there, and then that should give us enough room for another house. And we'll actually, what we'll do is this is the one with Vidadar in it. We'll just probably take him out of it and put Dwar in there. Vidadar will be a little pissy for now. Actually, hold on. Dwar there. And Sadibor can go right here. Just to be a little bit closer to the library, I suppose. It's not really a big deal, but... And then we'll place that there. Okay. Because his house, it doesn't even really matter where the priest actually is. And we'll just... Right there. Looks good enough. Actually, why am I even placing a road there? He doesn't need to get anywhere quickly, so we don't even need that. Alright, there we go. Okay, as you can see, it looks like Ugrad actually got destroyed here. Well, not totally destroyed, but they have about 5 soldiers left. So this is actually probably the perfect time to get out of the Ugrad alliance. And we're going to go ahead and send a messenger for this. Did our messenger already make it here? They did not. Okay, so if we cancel this, we'll get our money back and we'll get that paper back. We'll just go ahead and do that because this is going to cut off most of the map from us. And that means we don't really need to send that money at this point. Now we're just going to go ahead and auto-resolve this bandit camp because there's not really a whole lot of point. Now we did unfortunately lose 2. That is not great. Maybe I shouldn't have auto-resolved that. I wanted to actually attack this one. I don't know if it's the best idea now. Now, for some reason, I have had an issue. I keep on trying to force Sadibor to go and do inspections, but he doesn't seem to want to inspect the training ground or the scaffolding. I actually put workers on this just to see if he would go and instruct there, but for some reason he won't. So I don't actually know what's going on there. I'll test again in the morning, and if that doesn't work, I may have to actually have Dwar instruct the training ground the one time and see if that fixes it. Maybe it's just because we don't have warriors in the city at the moment. Maybe that's why. I'm not too sure. Now we did dissolve this alliance. We could probably, as soon as our peace treaty expires with them, which is 3 days from now, we could probably go ahead and start our own alliance with Ugrad. And hopefully we can also include Kriege in that as well before too long. Alright, here we are, and this time we are going to go into this manually. I'm not making that mistake twice. Doesn't look like our strongest people is probably just a couple of weaklings, hopefully, but it looks like we lost our bowman. I know we had a bowman in here, so that does kind of suck. Alright, let's go over there, guys. And stay in the back. And somebody leveled up. Another level up. Another level up. Okay. There we go. Good job, guys. And we did lose another one, unfortunately. But we do get 300 gold and 5 prisoners out of it. So I'm going to have to say that it is still worth it, probably. We have 2,000 gold now. That is pretty great. So as you can see, yeah, he just does not want to inspect the training ground. I'm clicking. It's not doing anything. So let's put this over to Dewar, and maybe he'll do it? Goes for an inspection, let's see. Will he go do it? He's not going that way. Okay, I guess it must be because we don't have warriors here then. It's the only real explanation I can think of. So Sadibor's trade skill has actually degraded due to aging now. Which means he is probably going to start losing levels rapidly pretty soon. We may end up having to play as Dewar before this series is actually over. Hopefully he doesn't die anytime soon, but it's looking like he's not going to last forever. That's what it seems like to me. Now, are there a lot of wolves around? Not too much. I don't see. There seems to be one right there, one right here. It may be good to go on a hunt just to get rid of some of them. Doesn't look like it's too bad, though. We're not going to worry about it then. Okay, and our rutabaga fields are getting completed now, it looks like. That's good to see. We'll actually have Sadibor go over and inspect these right away. Now, with still having a solid amount of iron over there, we are going to go ahead and get rid of this dormitory now as well. And make a few more peasant houses. Go ahead and get rid of this one as well. Now, I think the lack of housing is probably a little bit of what is going on and why people are abandoning the city, possibly. Or why we're not staying around the same amount. Usually, I feel like at this point, usually the migration just kind of stays at the same level, so nobody migrates away, but nobody sticks around either. Or nobody comes into the city, nobody leaves, but for some reason that's not exactly happening right now. I don't know why. I'm not really sure, but something's going on there anyways. Okay, so our warriors did make it back, and I do want to check, is he going to go over to the training ground on this? I'm hoping, nope, he's just doing the rutabaga field. We'll have to see if he will do that tomorrow then, I suppose. Now, as you can see, we actually have 11 loyalists. I'm wondering if we shouldn't, just due to what's going on with the rutabaga and the moonshine, maybe we should actually put all of our loyalists onto rutabaga fields. I don't know how this actually affects things, though. I don't know if it causes the crops to actually grow faster, or if it probably just makes it so that you harvest more at a time, I would think. I would think it would be something like that. So we have 11, and these fit 12, so that should be what we have all of our loyalists on for the moment. Now, just because their moods are so good right now, we're going to go ahead and go to the dynasty, and we're going to ban them from eating meat or drinking alcohol right now. And now here we are at the trader. As you can see, we actually have a bonus, although it's not actually a gold bonus for wood, but it says that the price is increased. It doesn't appear to actually be the case, though. Maybe we can sell a little bit more of it, but that's about all that really does for us. We'll sell these daggers. We'll sell the bows. Whoa, look at that. 14 on the meat price right now. We'll just sell those then, since we know that is exactly how much we are selling them for in our trade route anyways. We're getting 415 back, and we're also going to sell all of these. This person has a 9 combat skill, but they are a former bandit, so no good for us. We'll sell these guys as well, and we'll go ahead and buy all of these medical salves, every single one, and we'll buy all the paper, and I think that's all we really need right here. We could actually start buying light armor up, but we're gonna go ahead and wait on that for now. Otherwise, there is nothing here that is useful for us. Maybe we will buy a couple. We'll buy all of those, and we'll just buy all these weapons as well. That's another 1,000. But that is okay, we have enough for it. Alright. And we have the relation. It would be nice if we could get it up to 50 with the matriarch, because then we could start to buy things like heavy armor, and even potentially crossbows. But for right now, that seems okay. So I think that's where we're going to call it. As you can see, we've got 2,600 gold here. Ugrad, we have abandoned, of course. And our Peace treaty is another 2 days. After that, we can start trying to force Ugrad and Kriege into our own alliance. Vasna, they are still doing pretty good. Did they attack somebody? It looks like they did. They have 17. If they got attacked by Marauders soon, that would be perfect, because then they would be weaker than us. Currently, they are a little bit stronger, but not too much, just a little bit. But we'll probably take care of this bandit camp and this one in the next episode as well. But otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.